Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's an odd situation.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast. The gun
Yeah.
is the gun.
Yeah.
Like a gun is just a tool. The government is just a tool. But
Yeah.
the nature of the tool will attract people to that tool in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like there's many things the government does
Yeah.
that can be done in other ways.
Yeah.
The few things that are specific to the state is its monopoly of violence over a given area.
Yeah.
So in general, if someone's like, I can help feed kids in many different ways, there's many other fields to do it. But if someone's like, I can decide what all the kids in this given area have to learn and have to eat, like Michelle Obama was going with her food plan,
Yeah.
they have to eat this, or organize an institution that says this is the food pyramid that we're going to feed based the way we grow food and feed children for generations off of this. If you want to be the situation, the place that says this is what we're going to demand everybody else do, not sell to people, but demand they do it, it's the state. So it's going to attract the people who recognize that what they can do can only be done or can best be done by using force. It's not something that actually they can sell to you, that in the actual competitive field, it doesn't actually turn out that well.
Yeah.
So they think if I can get into this tool that's called the state, into this vehicle, that's the way to do it. So that's our own issues. And that's, I think, part of the issues that I will probably be seeing with, or have seen, and I think will be mentioned in this whole situation with the higher education system. That idea that you have to go through this. This is the only thing we can do in order to have this one thing that we all in general consider as positive, which is more human flourishing, more information, more education.
And we'll get into it in the section about the oversaturated job market, but this is what happens. All these people study these things and it sort of runs in line with the fraudulent advertising, but they're told, oh, yes, you're going to make all this money. There will be a job waiting for you, all that. And no, there isn't. It's creating more supply than there is demand, and that's distorting the whole mechanism. I remember Stefan Molyneux talked about how his father got a PhD in geology, but a company said, we'll pay you to get your degree, come work for us for so many years, and we'll help you pay for it. You get a job, all that. So that's the pull versus the push. There's demand for those workers, so there's an incentive to train those people for that thing. Whereas with this, it's people are just studying things that they find interesting and then hoping that there is a demand for them. But again, if supply outstrips the demand, well, you're going to get excess, and then the value is going to plummet. I mean, that's supply and demand. That's very basic economics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a tough thing. I think there are actually figures that show what percentage of Americans are actually employed in the field they actually studied in. I don't think it's that high. I don't know if I would have studied graphic design in the way that I did, even though I had teachers that I consider were rather good at it. Knowing what I know now with the advancements, like something like with web design, I was like, I don't really like web design. It seems impractical. But then now it's like anybody can create a website multiple times better, exponentially better than the top kind of design I learned on when I was taking it as my undergrad, just because of the changes in technology. You can just go on and just put something together on the random websites that they have there for free. So it's kind of like, should I be like, no, these sites are not allowed to exist because I need to be employed as a graphic designer because I spent this much time and money into it. No, you can't do these things. Thank you for listening. This has been a clip from an actual longer recording that I'll try to leave a link to on the screen or somewhere around here where you're listening to this.
Presents. 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 Presents.
Peasants.
Okay. Okay.